Oh, tell me you.
おい家
Oh, my.
族
Oh my goodness. Hi everyone, I'm going to react to That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Season 3, Episode 12, Festival Preparations. Last episode was basically Rimuru and on Valentine hashing things out and establishing a relationship, I guess, partnership. Either way, that was the last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys are my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon, patreon.com/feelamini. And now let's start this episode. And here we go.
Okay guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comments in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review.
テンペスト開国祭の開催日が正式決定した。みんなその準備に大忙し。
革新技術は非公開にするのでご安心。
Good.
興味を持って研
Those are
究に
state
参加した
secrets.
いというものを集めるのが目的です。
なるほど。
黒ベイ殿には負けませんぞ。
ああ、あいつらも自慢の品を展示するんだったな。
The weapons?
どちらが
Something?
客の入りがいいかを競うの。
シオンどうした？企画決まったのか？
楽しみにしていてくださいね、リベル様。
Don't tell me some kind of food.
最高の企画を思いついたぞ。我がドラゴンブレスで鉄
No.
板焼きの店。
No. No.
ひとまず忘れよう。リベル様に折り入ってお願いが。
What's
私をイング
up?
ラシア王国へ連れて行ってほしいのです。
Why? Wait. New intro? I like this one. It feels like a diaries kind of intro. Wait, is that Blanche? See, that looks like the outro for the Slam Diaries. Oh, so he actually is doing it. Wait. That was that girl, the from the Rossos. So she's also showing up at the festival? Why are you making that face? Are they about to have a fight? Why is Yuki in there? Oh, I like it.
この人は吉田さん。
Okay.
俺と同じ世界からやってきた店員者でパティシエだ。
協力は惜しまないが、ここを離れるわけにはよ。
なんとかお願いいたします。
俺に色仕掛けは通じねえぞ。もしも俺様を満足させる料理を作れるなら考えてやらんでもない。
Is it, I hope it impresses him. Okay, good.
さてと、俺もそろそろ何かしないとな。あ、そうだ。
奴隷を使って新しい店を。
Wait, they were talking about some kind of slave thing last episode.
なるほど、夜の店でございますか。そうしますと、女の子たちへの支払いをまず考えねばな。その肝心の奴隷も今では入手が難しいのではないですかな。
おお、そのことだがな。奴隷はエルフだ。
エルフだと？そんなもん、マジモンの犯罪組織が絡んでおるに決まっておるわい。とかして断る口実を。
よーす。元気だったとね、ルノマイル君。悪い、お客さんいたのね。じゃあ待ってるから。後でな。
Is that him?
おお、貴様の顔はまあまあだな。
Oh, tell me you.
おい家
Oh, my.
族。
礼儀は大切なものゆえ。
Oh my goodness.
おうよ、たかが子爵の分際でこのわしを怒らせるつもりか。
何？
貴様との取引はこれまでに。
He's just using it as an excuse.
あの人怒らせちゃったみたいだけど大丈夫なの？
やっぱり旦那は大物ですな。
大丈夫なのか？
なーに、これでもわしも暗黒街のドンと呼ばれた男。
ドンの
自分の
underworld
力でなんとかしてみせますとも、なんですよ。
ファストフード店展開計画とか？
まさに。
そういうなよ、ミョルマイル君。君に任せているその計画だがね、一度我が国で、そうか？
もちろんですぞ。今では誰でも同じように一定レベルの作業
What
ができる
work
ま
are
で
they
に育って
talking
おり
about?
ます。
頼もしいね。
That's
そ
what-
れじゃあハンバーガー、ポテト。それで人員に余裕はあるのか？
ああ、そうですな。現在20店舗まで展開できるように考えております。
20?
必要経費
じゃあさ、俺の友達にベルドラってやつがいるんだけどね。
ベルドラ。
そいつがさ、鉄板焼きの店を出すって息巻いてるんだよね。
手伝わせる者たちの安全面は大丈夫なのですかな。
もちろんだと思う。あいつがわがままを言うようなら俺がちゃんと怒っ
言ってしまって仕事にならないんじゃないかと。
そうだよね。知らない人からすると怖いよね。なんせカタストロフだもんな。よ、ミョルマイル君、あいつには正体を悟られぬように偽名を名乗らせるようにしよう。
そんなことができる
Oh,
んで
yes,
す
he
か？
can.
な
ベルドラ様だと。封印が解けたというのは聞いておったが、まさかわしが相手をすることになるとは。やれやれ、とんでも
Ay, ay, ay.
時から悔いだけは残さぬよう生きてきた。この人がわしを買ってくれるというのなら。
You know, I forgot how he saved
楽
him.
しくなってきましたな。
He was saying that he saved him or whatever. I forgot how that happened, so I'm glad they showed it.
目玉ですか？
そうそう。俺たちの町って保養地にする予定なんだよ。温泉宿とかも用意したし、貴族の
望めますまい。
甘いな、ミョルマイル君。それだけではちょっと弱いと思う。もっとこうみんなが楽しめるような企画が欲しいんだよ。
What could
例え
that
ば
be?
さ、そのためにもいろんな企画を用意して飽きさせないようにしないと。
どこまで先を考えてお
I
る
know,
んだ
right?
この人は。まあ、他にも闘技場で開催される武闘大会というのが
Okay,
あれ
fighting.
だろ、勇者正幸という
を持つ正幸様が武闘大会の覇者なんですよ。
Haven't I heard
見てわしも大
the
ファン
last
なんで
speed
す。
hero last speed before?
勇者も信じでして、その剣のひらめきを誰も見たことがないのです。
Oh, I
それ
remember.
が
Okay.
先行と呼ばれておるのですよ。
Falmouth wanted
どの
to.
との戦いなんぞもあるのですが。
劇作家になりたいものが生まれるかもしれないし、そうすれば新しい娯楽にもつながる。そして闘技場か。
あ、またなんか
大会を開催するから、その手配を君に任せたい。
待ってくださいよ旦那。そんな重要な話を突然。
Yeah, I believe in you. I know you can do it.
5万人くらい収容できるコロッセオを用意するつもりだ。
5万人。
How long do they have?
女子会用の5倍はあるぞ。
How long do they have until the festival?
入場料はタダにしよう。金持ちからは。
Mhm.
中に入れるかどうかわからぬよりも事前に予約できるとなればその席に値がつく理由も納得ですわい。
そういうこと。
Applying real world stuff into this world.
最初から全て計算づくでしたか。
まあ当然そうだと思う。さっき思いついたんだけど。
採算率を高め、なるほどなるほど。何度でも来たいと思わせるような興行を考える。仮に今回の舞踏大会で利益が出せなくてもまた来たいと客にそう思わせることができる。
ってことはプロがやった方がいいだろ。まさか自信がないのかな。
これはリムルの旦那もお人が悪い。
だよね。
Oh my god.
きっと旦那にご満足いただける結果を出してご覧に入れますとも。
そうだろうとも。やはり君に任せるのが正解のようだ。
Oh my gosh, the laughter in this show, man.
そこまでお考えではなかったので。
いや、考えてましたよ。ただちょっと僕の考えと違うところがないか確認したいなって思っちゃってさ。
枠の運営とか
イベントがない日は初心者の訓練の場として貸し出すとか。
どうせなら指導官をつけて金を取り
Oh
ましょう。
my god.
いいねいいね。
や
ったらきっと僕を満足させるだけの利益を出してくれるだろうね。
いや
あとさ、も しよかったらだけど、どうかな。
叶いませんな、旦那。いや、リムル様。
Aw.
たいと存じますぞ。
Aw.
大げさだな、ミョルマイルくん。
Mm.
ふんふんふんよん。
What's with that reaction?
ついさっきまでは平和だったんだが、突然魔王が現れましてね。
え、マジでやばいじゃん。
Oh my gosh.
だな。いいやつだ。それじゃあそろそろ行くけど、これを渡しておくよ。
これを？
ほん
Invitation?
とさ、開けておいてや。魔王が直接出向くのはまずいだろ。
ここに魔王が来た時点で十分やばいですよ。招待状は確か西方聖教会との交渉でも骨を折ってくれていたので、無事に問題が片付いたと伝えておきますよ。
そうか、勇気にも迷惑をかけたみたいだな。
Don't tell me you still trust him.
ですよ、リムル殿。
それと開国祭にはミリムも来るから。
ミリム？まさか。魔王ミリムではないでしょうな。
さて、あとは開催日に間に合うように準備を整えるだけだな。
Ay, ay, ay. Oh, it's over. Yeah, see, like I said, this reminds me of Slam Diaries kind of episode. Like the feel of it. The intro and even the outro is like, I don't know, cute and peaceful and upbeat. I don't know. All those things. Is that Shuna? Or somebody else? Go. So this episode was just Rimuru and going around, trying to get things ready for the festival. They mentioned this hero, Masayuki Lightspeed, and I was like, I've seen this before. Like I've heard someone mention it before. I was trying to remember where that happened, and it was, I believe, if I remember correctly, it was when what was that the kingdom of Falmouth, after they sort of like released their 3 prisoners, Rahim, that king that was there previously, the first king that bowed down to his brother and all of those things, and they were having this meeting where they were basically telling people how things are gonna go based on Black's plan and everything. And then they were there around the table and they were like, maybe we should hire, like that Lightspeed who should be able to do something to Rimuru or something or other. And then I think they mentioned that Theodora was also involved, and they're like, oh, we can do that. He won't be able to do anything against them. I don't know. I feel like that's where I've heard his name mentioned before. So Rimuru's gonna build this giant Colosseum and then have the fighting style stuff. That's gonna be the entertainment. Then he's talking about having 50,000, for it to house 50,000 people. And Myoma's like, 50,000? How am I supposed to do this? And then their creative juices were just sort of like flowing. And then they're like, oh, we can do this and do this, have reserved seats for VIPs. And, that's gonna do whatever. Basically, how when you have to go to a concert or whatever, to a stadium, you have different prices. But in this particular case, it's going to be free for the general populace, but those people that are willing to pay for money are going to have reserved seats. And then they're talking about also promoting their potions and stuff, promoting their weapons, have people train. Like he's just coming up with this whole system, this whole things that they were trying to do. And as they were discussing all these things, my mind just kept going to what Valentine said about the angels. Was it Valentine that said it or Hinata? I don't know. About how when a town, a city, whatever gets way advanced and it's progressing way too quickly, they come up and just destroy everything. And I feel like with everything that he's talking about doing, when he said he was going to build this Colosseum, and then you have Mjolnir that's saying something around along the lines that that's even, I don't know how much bigger than the ones that they currently have in Engracia. And then I'm thinking, okay, that's sort of like him taking away, not completely taking away, but that's, if you have this bigger stadium here, I don't know how the one in Engracia works, if it's free for people or people pay to go see it. But then you have this giant one that he's gonna be building and whatnot, and then it's gonna be free to a whole bunch of people. It's gonna be way more people now going from Engracia to now Tempest. So all these things that he's doing is making Tempest even bigger, even more prominent, and all those things. So I'm thinking myself, that's gonna attract these angels, and I can't wait to see who they are. But yeah, and he's doing all this to also invite like important people, and you know, his plan basically is to for humans and monsters, whatever, to live a free, happy life. And I think him expanding himself, trying to attract all those important people and make them see that, they have this sort of like peaceful coexistence or whatever. Gonna spread all of that throughout all the different kingdoms and nations and stuff. Hopefully it works. But so far it's working. I mean, he's encountering resistance and enemies and stuff that are against his progression, but he's still slowly but surely advancing with his plans. So I don't know. We'll see how all of that works out. Shuna asked him for a favor. She wanted to go to Engracia, and then when they showed the Patisserie, whatever, Yoshi, that song, before they even showed him, I'm like, wait, why does she want to go there? And then I remembered, I'm not sure who. I feel like it was Eren. Was it Eren? I think it was her. Like I want in the previous episode, I don't know if it was during the Slam Diaries or if it was during the actual show itself, but Luna had cooked something, and I think Eren is the one that ate it, and it's like he tasted better or something or other in Ingracia, and he Shuna being sort of like ticked off a little bit about that comment. So when she said she wanted to go there, I'm like, wait, is that why she wanted to go there? And then they went there, and then they're asking this pâtissier, that's the word, right, to come to Tempest and everything. And then the guy is like, I'll only go there if you can show me, your culinary skills, that you are good enough for me, I guess, to go there. And then she cooks it's something for him, and he's like, ooh, amazing. So he agreed to go. What else happened? Kazakh is the one that like is talking about the slave trading things with Yolma, and I'm like, I remember last episode toward the end there, you had Yuki and Kagali talking about the slave trade. What was no? I don't think it was Kagali. It was what's that? Damdara. I believe it was those two that were talking about slave trading, something or other like that. And I'm like, so there are slaves in this world, and then this guy is showing up here talking about slaves, and I'm like, and then there are elves, and I'm like, what the heck? I feel like Rimuru's gonna do something about that, because I don't think he's just gonna sit idly by and let that happen. But we'll see. What else happened? He's inviting Yuki. I'm like, no. I hope. I know after their discussion, with Hinata and with Valentine, and they were talking about who was the mastermind. And then at one point, he started thinking, okay, maybe it's the 7 days clergy. And then he mentioned the fact that now he can sort of like um, scratch Yuki off his list because he was thinking it was Yuki. And then when he sort of like settled on the 7 days clergy, he's like, okay, now I can leave Yuki out of it. And then that's when Hinata's like, I won't do that. There's no proof, but why not? And then when what's his name again? Fuse. Yep. When Fuse was telling, was that I was about to say that now. I lost my train of thought. I think I was about to say that Fuse was telling him about how Yuki was worried or something or other like that about him and his situation with the Western Holy Church. And then that's when my goodness, Rimuru was like, okay, let me invite him as well. And then he gives him an invitation for him. And I'm like, I hope that he still doesn't fully trust Yuki, and that he's gonna be keeping an eye on him. Because I'm like, inviting that dude over there, I feel like it's not gonna be good. Like, I don't think it's gonna be good. Eldora is thinking about opening something or other at the festival, and Rimuru was asking Mjöllmile about 5 of his people to basically help Eldora, and he's like, huh? Eldora? He was worried about those 5 people that he was sending there, and Rimuru tried to reassure him that nothing will happen, but he's like, they are not gonna want to be in close proximity to Veldora, is a catastrophe and whatnot. So Rimuru came up with the idea of him going by an alias, and that's solving that problem. And then Rimuru asked Mjöllmile that after they've done with the festival and everything, that he wanted him to come live in Tempest and be sort of like a financial advisor, supervisor, whatever role that he's gonna be taking over there. And Yoma was so touched, and he's like, basically, he's not gonna be calling him Rimuru-sama like everybody else does. I'm like, oh. Like, he keeps garnering this loyalty like everywhere he goes, and I love it. And I'm glad, like I said, that they replayed the scene of where and how Rimuru saved him, because I had totally forgotten when that happened. I believe it was, oh my goodness, was he one? Trying to place the scene. I think it was when Rimuru was trying to go to the Gazelle Dwargo's kingdom, the whatever kingdom, and there was not supposed to be monsters going in and something or other like that. And then there was this monster that's about to attack, and then Rimuru took that flying form and quickly defeated whatever monster it was. And I think Mjöllmile was there among the people, right? Or am I fooling myself? I don't know. But I'm sure once I'm editing this episode that I'll see it even better and remember whether I'm right or wrong. But thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to see my reaction to the next episode, the link is going to be in the pinned comment, so you can just click on it and you can watch it right now. I'll see you next time. I'm a sport, but I'm not a toy. That's my hand, I like it, I don't wanna be